What's up, KFG Gang? It's your boy Big John 25 minutes, and I'm going to do my NXT review and results. You guys can do hit that like button on the way, and let's get started. Now, NXT was a very fantastic show because of the main event. That's all I gotta say. Alright, tonight's WWE NXT episode opens up with highlights from last Wednesday episode and Saturday WWE's World Collide event. We also get a plug for the finals of the 2020 Dusty Road Tag Team Classic featuring comments from the late WWE Hall of Famer himself. We're live on the USA Network from the NXT Arena in Full Sail University in Winter Park, Florida, as Mario Rolando welcomes us. He joins by Nigel McGuinness and WWE Hall of Famer Beth Phoenix. Mario mentions Beth's Royal Rumble return, and we go to the ring. Finn Balor versus Trent Seven. Finn Balor makes his way out first for tonight's opener. NXT UK superstar Trent Seven is out next. We see video of Balor attacking Seven in the parking lot on Tuesday night, warning he and Tyler Bate to stay out of his business after Tyler Bate saved Johnny Gargano from a backstage attack at World Collide on Saturday night. Seven goes to enter the ring, but Balor immediately kicks him to the floor. Balor unloads as fans go wild. Balor comes back in the ring as fans cheer. The referee talks to Balor as Seven recovers on the outside. Seven comes back in and tosses his towel as the bell rings, but Balor goes right to work on him. Balor beats Seven back down and stomps away. Fans try to rally for Seven, but Balor dominates him. Balor with another dropkick through the ropes, sending Seven into the burial. The referee counts as Balor sends Seven into the apron and then the burial. Balor with a chop and more offense before bringing it back in. Balor keeps Seven grounded in the middle of the ring now. Seven fights out and chops Balor, but Balor drops him and nails a double stomp for a close 2 count. Balor keeps control and slams Seven, then drops an elbow for another close pin attempt. Balor goes for the 1916, but Seven rolls him up with a small package out of nowhere for a close 2 count. Balor comes back with more chops and nails a sling blade to bring Seven down. Balor works on Seven's neck while he's down. The referee warns him. Balor drops Seven with another big shot to keep control. We go to commercial with Seven in pain on the mat. Back from the break, and Seven is mounting offense. Seven avoids a backdrop and drops Balor with a DDT. Fans rally for Seven now as he takes Balor to the corner. Seven runs into double boots but comes right back with a snap back suplex. Seven with a big back fist and a lariat for a close 2 count. Seven sends Balor out and then nails a suicide dive, sending Balor into the burial for a big pop. Seven brings it back into the ring and goes to the top, still clutching his throat. Balor knocks Seven from the top on the mat. Balor sends Seven face first into the turnbuckles and then nails a drop kick into the turnbuckles. Balor goes for the coup de grace, and he nails it. Balor follows up with the 1916 DDT for the pin to win. The winner of the match, Finn Balor. After the match, Balor stands tall as his music hits. We go to replays. Balor stares at the camera and sends a warning to Johnny Gargano ahead of their TakeOver Portland match. Kathy Kelly is backstage with Matt Riddle and Pete Dunne. They're both confident about winning the 2020 Dusty Classic Finals tonight. The announcers hype Dakota Kai versus Tinka Knox as we get a video for the match. Back to commercial. Back from the break as we get some short of teaser. The number could indicate something for 5/20 /2/20. which could be May 2nd, 2020. The numbers were shown inside flaming circles with two more empty flaming circles that were short of blue. Shorty Blackheart versus Deonna Purrazzo. We go to the ring, and out first comes Shorty's Blackheart, and Deonna Purrazzo is out next. This match comes after Deonna attacks Shorty backstage after last week's show. They lock up and Trey holds. Deonna takes Shorty's down first, but Shorty's toss her by the arm. Shorty's comes back and drops Deonna with a enziguri. Deonna catches Shorty's in mid-move and drops her with an armbar. Deonna dominates for several more minutes, but Blackheart mounts offense and hits a question mark kick. Purrazzo comes back with a counter to a kick, but Shorty's nails a long blower. Shorty's goes to the top while Deonna is down. Blackheart hits a big senton splash and covers for the pin to win. The winner of the match, Shorty's Blackheart. After the match, Blackheart celebrates as the music hits. We go to replay. Blackheart makes her exit in her mini tank, riding into the back. We get a look back at Keith Lee winning the NXT North American title from Roderick Strong last week. Lee will be here tonight. Back to commercial. Back from the break, we see highlights from the WWE World Collide. We go to the ring, and out comes the new NXT North American champion Keith Lee to a big pop. Fans started chanting his name after the music stops. Lee introduced himself as the new champion, and a "You deserve it" chant breaks out. He goes on about winning the title last week from Roderick Strong and says he's Mounts Maker, a game changer, and a pro-hockey ender. Lee says next on his agenda is the music interrupts, and out comes Damian Priest with his spotlight entrance. Priest fires his imaginary arrow at the big screen to light his name up in flames. He heads to the ring. Priest takes the mic and says he doesn't know if Lee is aware of this, but he likes taking things that mean something to him. It could be a group of women or a praise procession, but he gets what he wants, and what he wants right now is Lee's title. Lee says anyone does. Priest just wants to know how Lee is going to give the title to him. The music interrupts, and out comes Dominik Dijakovic to the ring. Dijakovic says he and Lee has been through their share of battles, some of the best, and if anyone deserves the title, it's Lee. Ali agrees. Dijakovic says if anyone is going to be the first to challenge Lee, it won't be bootlegging Marlon Mason. It will be me. Fans pop as Dijakovic and Priest face off and have words. Lee says it looks like they have to debate to handle, so he's going to leave that to them. Lee goes to leave the ring, but Dijakovic stops him, but grabbing his shoulder, and they have a few words that we can't hear. Priest does the same to Dijakovic from behind. They face off and have words as Lee watches. Priest ends up dropping Dijakovic with a punch. Lee exits the ring. The referee watched the ring, and we got a match. As Mario says, NXT General Manager William Regal just made it official that quick. Dominik Dijakovic versus Damian Priest. This was a good match. This was a fantastic match. The bell rings. Damian Priest and Dominik Dijakovic start brawling back and forth. Dijakovic ends up hitting a big pendulum backbreaker and then a second rope splash. Priest kicks out at 2. Priest rolls to the floor and to regroup, but Dijakovic immediately follows and clubs him with the back. Priest rocks Dijakovic back in the face. Priest goes for a Kerflick bomb on the floor, slamming Dijakovic across the apron, and he nails it. Back to commercial. Back from the break, and they regrouping at it. Dijakovic, and they're going at it. Dijakovic launches Priest across the ring for a pop. Priest blocks a chokeslam and unloads with kicks. Priest with a big forearm and lariat to drop his opponent. Priest goes on and hits a flatliner for another close 2 count. They trade counters again, and Dijakovic hits a sit-down powerbomb. It's not enough. They end up on the floor, and Dijakovic hits a big moonsault to the floor as fans chant, NXT now. Dijakovic brings it back to the ring, and Priest catches him with a big chokeslam for a 2 count. Priest leaps from the ring to take Dijakovic back down on the floor, interrupting his breather. They come back in and both go down after colliding with a big boots. More back and forth now. Dijakovic goes for a big move from the second turnbuckle, but Priest fights back with elbows. Priest hits a super poison runner from the top, and fans go wild, but Dijakovic still kicks out at 2. Dijakovic blocks the reckoning. Dijakovic with a torture rack right into Feast Your Eyes. Dijakovic immediately covers for the pin to win. The winner of the match, Dominik Dijakovic. This match was fantastic. After the match, Dijakovic recovers and is slow to get up as his music hits. We go to replay. Dijakovic celebrates his win with cheers. We see the Grizzled Young and veterans warming up backstage. We also see highlights of what leads to tonight's tournament finals. Captain Kelly is backstage with Tommaso Ciampa. She brings up William Regal, announcing Adam Cole's takeover Portland opponent later tonight. Ciampa interrupts and says Goldie is coming home at takeover and tonight. Daddy will make sure of it. He knocks a pipe against the wall and walks off back to commercial. Back from the break, we see the Undisputed Era Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roger Strong lay out in the back. Tommaso Ciampa comes walking up and he drops the pipe, apparently just using it on the 3 members of the group. Ciampa comes walking out to the arena, and his shirt is ripped. He carrying a table as fans pop and chant "Daddy's home" at him. Alright. Ciampa sets the table up in the ring as we see medics officials tending to Undisputed Era backstage. Fans chant Psycho Killer now. Ciampa has a big yellow X over the table. NXT champion Adam Cole has arrived in the back, asking officials who did this to his partners. Cole walks out to the arena with a mic and asks Ciampa who he thinks he is. He calls Ciampa a coward and says he can't get away with that. Ciampa says he's a guy who never lost that NXT title. He's his Goldie daddy. Ciampa says Cole is going to walk down the aisle, step into the ring, and Ciampa is going to kick his you-know-what. Ciampa says then he's going to powerbomb Cole through the table. X marks the spot. Adam. Ciampa says then he's going to sign a contract for his match against Cole in Portland. Ciampa says he's going to take his title and his life back, and Goldie will come home. NXT General Manager came out and says while the attack was happening, he was with Cole in his office, and Cole doesn't care who he faces at TakeOver, as he already signed the contract. Cole snatches the contract from Regal and says he's got this. Cole goes on about how he's Adam Cole and he's the NXT champion of the world. Fans cheer his promo. Sorry about that, guys. Cole says he's going to enter the ring and he's going to. Cole decks Ciampa and they started fighting with Cole getting the upper hand. Ciampa levels Cole with the title belt and drops him. Ciampa then puts Cole through the table like he said he was going to do. Ciampa is bleeding from the top of his head and maybe his wrist as he picks the contract up and signs it. Fans chant, "Use the blood," and Ciampa wipes his blood all over the contract. Ciampa then wipes his blood on the title that stares at it as fans chant, "Daddy's home again." Ciampa makes his exit as the music hits. This was a awesome promo, guys. This was a awesome promo. Awesome promo segment. The announcers go over the Takeover Portland card now. Babs leads us to a video package on Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair and NXT Women's Champion Rhea Ripley will meet for an in-ring segment next Wednesday. Still to come, Nox versus Kai. Back to commercial. Back from the break, and we see how NXT UK superstar Jordan Devlin won the NXT Cruiserweight title over former champion Angel Garza, Isaac Swerve Scott, and Travis Banks in the World Collide Fatal 4-Way on Saturday night. Devin will be here live next Wednesday. Tegan Nox versus Dakota Kai. This match was decent between Tegan Nox versus Dakota Kai. This match was decent. We go right to the ring, and out comes Tegan Nox. She's all business and ready to fight. Nox waits in the ring with the knee brace in her hand as she forced to watch a video on the big screen of Dakota Kai turning on her at War Games last year. Out comes Kai and she rushes in the ring. Nox tosses the brace at Kai and goes right to work on her. Kai turns it around, coming out of the corner. Nox with an interverted senton. Kai turns it around on the floor and tosses Nox over the barrier into the crowd. They fight over near a production area, and Nox slams Kai's face first into some still as the referee counts. Nox beats Kai around the NXT arena and back to ringside. Nox breaks the count but rolls back to the floor. Kai levels her with a big kick to the face. Kai tosses someone from a steel chair and brings it over, but Nox kicks out of her own hand. Nox sends Kai's face first into the ring post. Nox sends Kai into the ring and grabs the chair to follow, but the referee is distracted by Kai. Nox comes and ducks a shot with the brace. Nox with a big German suplex. Nox runs the ropes for a suicide dive, but Kai decks her at the ropes with a forearm. Kai goes to swinging the chair, but Candice LeRae runs down and comes from behind, putting it out of her hand. Kai returns to the ring as the referee is distracted by Candice on the outside. Kai turns around to a big shot to the face with a knee brace from Nox. Nox follows up and nails the shiniest wizard. Nox covers Kai for the pin to win. The winner of the match, Tegan Nox. After the match, Kai recovers in the ring as Nox backs up the ramp with LeRae. We go to replay as Nox music plays. We see the Bruiserweights backstage warming up. Bev shows a video of what leads to tonight's tournament finals. Back to commercial. Back from the break, and we get the teaser with the flaming circle again. This time they rearranged in his order. 2/5/20. Chelsea Green versus Kaden Carter. We go back to the ring, and out comes Chelsea Green representing the Robert Stone brand. Stone accompanies her to the ring. Kaden Carter is out next. Alicia Taylor does the introductions. The bell rings, and Carter immediately nails a drop kick. Green comes right back and sends Carter's face first into the ropes. Green works Carter over and nails a big drop kick for a 2 count in the middle of the ring. Carter looks to mount offense, but Green kicks her from the corner. Green sends Carter back down in the corner. Green grounds Carter right in front of Stone as she watches. Green sends Carter's face first into the turnbuckle. Green beats Carter down in the corner. Green keeps Carter grounded with a side headlock. Now, what's it? Oh yeah, Carter fights up, but Green slams her back into the mat. Carter blocks the upper material and rolls Green for a close 2 count. More back and forth now. Carter springboards from the bottom rope with a super kick. They tangle some more, and Carter nails another kick to the face for a 2 count. Carter talks some trash and smacks Green. Carter charges, but Green counters and drops her with a big boot. Green talks some trash and shows off now as some fans boo her. Carter takes advantage and rolls Green up out of nowhere for the win. The winner of the match, Kaden Carter. This match was decent. I ain't gonna lie, this match was decent. After the match, Carter heads to the stage to celebrate as Green throws a fit. Stone tries to calm her. We go to replay, and they continue talking trash from the stage and in the ring. Still to come the finals of the 2020 Dusty Classic. Back to a break. 2020 Dusty Road Tag Team Classic Finals. The Bruiserweights, Matt Riddle and Pete Dunne versus the Grills Young Veterans, James Drake and Zach Gibson. This main event tag team match was fantastic. This was a good match. The 2020 Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Finals. This match was fantastic. I really enjoyed this match. Back from the break, and it's time for tonight's main event. Out comes first the Bruiserweights for the finals of the 2020 Dusty Classic Tag Team Tournament. Pete Dunne stops and checks out the Dusty Classic Cup trophy on the stage. Matt Riddle is out next, and they head to the ring together. They also pose together in the middle of the ring. Out next are NXT UK superstars James Drake and Zach Gibson, the Grills Young Veterans. Alright. The bell rings as we get formal ring introductions from Taylor. Dunne and Drake starts things off, locking up the trading holds. Dunne gets right to work on the arm, and then him bending the fingers back to take Drake down. Pete Dunne keeps control and tags in Matt Riddle for the double team as they work on both hands now. They deliver stumps to the back of the head, turns it around. Riddle goes for an ankle lock. Drake grabs the ropes to break it, then nails a back elbow. Gibson tags in for the double team on Riddle. Gibson unloads on Riddle in the corner now, beating him down. Riddle turns Gibson around in the corner and unloads with kicks. Riddle with a big gut-wrench suplex for a pop from the crowd. Dunne tags in for a double team on Gibson. Drake tags right back in, and they run the ropes. Dunne clotheslines him down. Pete Dunne goes to the apron. Dunne knocks Drake back and then moonsaults onto Gibson on the floor. Drake rocks Dunn to the floor. Dunn gets leveled on the floor by both opponents as fans boo. Dunn grabs at his shoulder as Drake brings him back in for a close 2 count. Dunn fights Drake off with a bunch of chops. Drake rocks him back into the ropes. Drake sends Dunn shoulder first into the ring post. Dunn follows out into the floor as the boos continue. Back to commercial. Back from the break, and Gibson hits a big German on Dunn. Dunn comes back in and finally tags in Riddle. Riddle unloads on Gibson and knocks Drake off the apron. Dunn with forearms and exploder suplex to Gibson as fans cheer him on. Riddle goes on and hits the Broten, then the big kick to the face. Riddle with a German suplex to Gibson for a 2 count in the middle of the ring. Gibson comes back with a jawbreaker to send Matt Riddle back. Drake tags in, but Matt Riddle levels him with a spear. Matt Riddle with a roll hammer to Gibson as fans chant his name. Pete Dunne tags in and they double team Drake. Pete Dunne and Matt Riddle with a powerbomb from Dunne into Matt Riddle's knee. Dunne covers Drake for a close 2 count. Riddle comes back and off a tag as Drake sends Dunne over to the top to the floor. Gibson tags in, but Riddle nails a double jumping knee. Gibson comes back with another powerbomb variation for a 2 count. More back and forth now. Gibson drives Riddle into the mat with another big suplex for a 2 count. Riddle slaps from his knee. Gibson slaps back and talks trash. Riddle slaps back. Gibson unloads. Riddle counters and move and they trade holds. Drake tags in and they double team Riddle some more. Drake drop kicks Dunn from the apron to the floor. Drake with an enziguri to Matt Riddle. They double team Riddle again, but Dunn makes the save and they drop the NXT UK superstars. Riddle with a powerbomb final flash to Gibson for a close 2 count in the middle of the ring. Riddle with a Broten and a Fisherman Buster to Drake, but he still knocks out. Riddle kicks Drake and nails another Broten and another in the middle of the ring. Drake counters Riddle and hits a DDT in the middle of the ring. Gibson and Dunn tag in at the same time. They unload with strikes in the middle of the ring as fans cheer them on. Dunn with a German suplex and a double stomp on the fingers. Gibson rolls Dunn and they trade attempt. Dunn with the ankle lock submission. Riddle runs in to stop Drake from charging at Dunn to break the ankle lock. Riddle now has the ankle lock on Drake while Dunn has the same hold on Gibson. The NXT UK superstar counter at the same time, sending their opponents out to the floor. Gibson and Drake recovers on the mat as fans boo the reversal. Back to commercial. Back from the break, and Gibson tries to put Dunn away. Riddle comes up to the apron, but Gibson rocks him. Drake also slaps Riddle. Drake leaps to take Riddle out and down on the floor. Gibson comes off the top with a ticket to ride, taking Dunn down for another close 2 count. Gibson grounds Dunn with a submission now. Riddle comes in to break it, but Drake mounts Riddle back with a submission. Both submissions are locked in at the same time. Riddle breaks them both, and all 4 competitors are down as fans pop. Drake leaps off his partner's back, but Dunn and Riddle catches him in midair, power bombing him on the top of Gibson's back. Dunn and Riddle double team Drake again for another close 2 count in the middle of the ring. Riddle scoops Drake for a tombstone, and Dunn goes to assist off the second rope, but Dunn shoves Dunn off. Drake drops Riddle for a close 2 count. Drake with a big enziguri to Riddle. Drake drop kicks Dunn on the apron, sending him into the electric chair on Gibson, who is on the floor. Drake runs the ropes and leaps out, taking Dunn off Gibson's shoulders to the floor. Fans chant holy you know what now. Riddle rocks Gibson, but Drake assists with the double team. Gibson drops Riddle and Drake flies off the top rope. Gibson covers, but Matt still kicks out at 2 as fans goes wild. Gibson and Drake goes for another double team, but Dunn comes back in. Dunn and Riddle hits the Derek on their opponents at the same time. Dunn takes Gibson down on the floor with a big moonsault as Riddle hits a floating bro on Drake in the ring. The finish sees another double team as Dunn hits an enziguri to the head while Riddle connects with bro to sleep on Drake for the pin to win. The winners of the 2020 Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, Matt Riddle and Pete Dunne. This match was phenomenal. This match was fantastic. I had lots of fun watching NXT, that main event. I have lots of fun watching 2020 Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. That was fun to watch the main event. Alright. After the match, the Broserweight celebrates in the ring as we go to replays. We come back to the confetti. We come out to the confetti falling and sparks going off next to the trophy in the middle of the ring. Riddle and Dunn celebrate as NXT General Manager William Regal stands in the ring and applauds them. Riddle and Dunn versus the Undisputed Era is official for TakeOver in Portland. NXT goes off the air with Dunn and Riddle continuing their big celebration as fans cheer them on. Ladies and gentlemen, NXT was a very good show. I had lots of fun watching NXT, man. But anyway, let me know down below in the comment section what you guys think of NXT. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think of 2020 Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic between Matt Riddle and Pete Dunne versus versus the Gazo Young veterans James Drake and Zach Gibson. Let me know down below in the comment section what you guys think of this tag team main event. I had lots of fun watching this match, man. It was a lot of fun. But anyway, I'm about to get up out of here so I can watch AEW Dynamite. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to KFG family, man. I'm on a road to 3K, man. And I promise you guys I'm going to stay active. I'm going to stay consistent and not give up. But anyway, if you guys enjoy my NXT review and highlights, give me a big fat thumbs up. Comment down below. Share the video over social media, man. And my Twitter, my Instagram, and TikTok will be down below in the description. My Instagram is BigBoyJohnny25. My Twitter is BigBoyJohnny25. And my TikTok is BigBoyJohnny25. That's all I gotta say from there. But this your boy BigBoyJohnny25. You guys have a great night. And I will see you guys tomorrow on my AEW Dynamite review and highlights. Talk to you guys later. And I'm out of here.